All righty. Let me light up. Welcome in, guys. TikTok. We're about to start up. Y'all know what the conversation is. Y'all know what the business is. Y'all know what the business is tonight. Let me get the article going. Got to have the article because we're going to jump right into that. All right. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me get the article going. And then we're going to jump right into this thing. All righty. All right, welcome in, guys. Welcome in to TikTok. Welcome in to my YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch family. TikTok, I got you right here. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, we got you right here. Twitch on TikTok. Make sure y'all follow Rondell Mauricio too, man. I'm gonna light up. We're gonna get started. Mauricio, give me a testing real fast, if you don't mind.
Testing, testing, testing.
Okay, sweet. Rhonda, you look good on your end.
Testing, testing, testing.
Nah, I said you look good.
Oh,
you, you were fine, man.
It's routine.
All right,
right.
guys. We are talking about Shrekking tonight. New relationship phenomenon that's taking the world by storm. If you don't know about it, you're about to know now. We're about to get into this thing. Appreciate y'all. TikTok, man, y'all stay along. I can't get to your comments because we're going to start recording here in a little bit. We are in the game. I'm about to go live. Gotta read my script, guys, and we're about to get started. Ronnie, you got your drink?
Yes, I do. Have
Mauricio, you got
something.
your drink?
Yeah, dude.
Okay. Let's get started. Let me get me a little squig. All right. I'm live on the music. All right, let's do it, guys. All right, Ron, you ready?
Mm-hmm. Had to plug my phone up. Did it do something to me?
No, you good.
Okay.
You good. You still in TikTok. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. All right. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Would you ever date down? Like go out with somebody you're just straight up not attracted to just to make the relationship easier? Well, apparently there's a whole new trend called Shrekking. Yeah, like Shrek, the green ogre, Donkey's best friend. People out here saying, forget Prince Charming, give me Shrek. And listen, man, experts are already saying that this might ruin your love life permanently. So tonight we're diving into this wild dating trend because this is the Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast, and we keeping it 100% real. Let's get into this thing right now.
Heartbeat, smoke it, drink it down. Your voice, it got you around. Feel the vibe, we're set to roll. Let's play, let's lose control. Sip a drink and smoke a swirl. Join the convo around the world. Relationships we dissect slow. Current events, we let them flow.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy JB coming right back at you. Welcome back to the channel, man. Grab a drink, roll it up if that's your vibe, and let's talk relationships, the messy, the funny, the toxic, and sometimes the Shreks of it all, man. I'm the real Cigar Jeff. Y'all get down in the description. Y'all let me know, man. Get down in the comments. Support us on all the socials. Follow the channel, support the channel. Y'all know all that stuff, man. We got the sticks. We got the drinks. We gonna jump into this thing right now. But before I do, I got to introduce my esteemed panel, my resident AI expert and my resident relationship expert. Old school, new school, old school rules. We about to do this thing again tonight on Shrek. And man, we coming into this thing live and direct. First, like I said, guys, appreciate my panel coming in. Mauricio, I'm coming to you first, man. Give them who you are, where they can find you on the socials, and what you sipping on tonight.
Yeah, my name is Fabricio. I'm Mr. AI himself. I got my green on. I see Rhonda got her green on, so we're representing the Shreks out there.
Oh, I
I
didn't realize.
got. I'm finishing my bottle of the Paul Masson.
Parmesan.
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 Parmesan. That's
Yeah.
what it is. I still haven't learned.
Yeah,
Uh,
Parmesan.
you can find me on at Mauricio on TikTok, Mauricio.Cardenas on Instagram, and now a new channel, the AI Operators, on both platforms. There's gonna be
Mm.
a
Yes.
special
Hey.
podcast coming. So if you want some
Good.
more intakes about AI, this is the place to be.
Tell them again about your AI. The AI what now?
Operators,
The AI
Mm.
operators. And when is the first episode coming?
next Friday.
Next
Nice.
Friday, guys. Y'all make sure. What platforms is it going to be on, Mauricio?
YouTube for the long form, but I'm gonna shorten up the clips on TikTok, Instagram, anywhere that
Hmm.
is convenient for you.
Yeah, hey, for everybody who know this is what this podcast do for you. You can't stay the same if you come on this podcast.
Mm.
This man has grown. This man has been on the podcast 3 weeks in a row. This makes 4. And look at what's happening to him, guys. This is
Hmm.
what happens when you come on Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. You can't stay the same. Mauricio, appreciate you joining in. Y'all know I got to come to my A1 from day one. She rocking the Tribe Called Quest shirt tonight,
Hey.
which means, hey, you know when she got old school. Y'all know she coming with that fire tonight, Round. Let them know who y'all are and what you're sipping on tonight.
Look, I got to shout out Mauricio. Congrats on the new page. I know he called
Mm-hmm.
himself the AI operator, but all I could think about was Big Daddy Kane, the smooth operator. You know what I'm saying? So, but congrats on your new page. Thanks,
Thank you.
JB, for having me back. Tonight, I finally found my bottle opener, but that's my business. So I'm drinking I had to bring out my Crown Apple. Don't look
Uh,
at the levels. Don't look at the levels in the bottle. And I had to do my fever tree. So I'm doing me a apple mule. And
Nice.
that's all I put in. I ain't do no simple syrup. I ain't fancy like that. And I'm going to drink it out my little copper cup.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yes.
Got the
And my
mug and
bottle of water.
all.
And I got my bottle of
Baby.
water.
Y'all know I
Yeah.
always appreciate Rhonda coming in, man. A1 from day one. Appreciate Mauricio coming in. Appreciate y'all tuning in on TikTok. We live, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, man. Y'all know tonight, man, I had to go back to my tried and true. Got my Camacho broadleaf robusto, one of my favorite sticks right now, next to my Drew Estates Undercrown, and of course, guys, got my Luna Azul Reposado Club Soda, splash of grapefruit.
Yeah.
Y'all see that thing? Y'all see that thing? Had to re up on that. Y'all make good tequila for the price, guys. Look, on if y'all go to my YouTube page, we doing cigar reviews. Everything got to be under $15. If it's a stick that we gonna smoke. Well, same thing with my tequila. I ain't spending more than $30 on a bottle. That's my rule now for tequila. Cause since tequila popular now, they charging you a tax on them prices, man. But y'all, we gonna get into this thing. Appreciate y'all joining in. TikTok, stay tuned, man, cause we coming to y'all for the after party. And y'all know after the show, it's the after party. So do not tune out, man. Appreciate y'all coming in. Throw some roses my way over here on TikTok, some diamonds and all that other stuff, man. Show some appreciation for the
Yeah.
crew. Let's get into this thing right now, guys. So here's the breakdown. According to the New York Post, Shrekking is when you date down on purpose, meaning you pick a partner who's less attractive than you because you think it's safer. The idea is they'll be loyal and won't have as many options, and you won't be stressing out about competition. Basically, if I date a Shrek, nobody else gonna want my Shrek. So that's that means my relationship is safe, and that's the logic, guys. But here's the kicker: experts are warning that settling like this can backfire. Instead of feeling secure, you might just feel stuck or worse, resentful. And that's when we start cheating, sneaking, or just falling out of love completely. Mauricio, when you got the title, man, I'm coming to you first, brother. When you got the title, what's the first thing that came to your mind?
I was wondering what trekking was. I asked around. No one could tell me. I had no idea. I got the article, so I read a little bit of it, but no one knew what that term was. But when I
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
kind of uncovered what it was when you're dating someone less attractive, I just thought, man, that just sounds very fearful. That sounds very fear-based. And it sounded a little more transactional than authentic love. So,
Oh, whoa, whoa,
yeah.
whoa, 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 hold on. Transactional versus authentic love. Okay, we're gonna get into that later. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Rhonda, when you got Rhonda, I'm sorry, Mauricio, finish up. Sorry.
I was gonna say Rhonda's turn, but you got it.
Okay,
Oh,
Yeah, you got
okay,
it.
okay, Rhonda, go ahead and let us
well,
know what you thought when you got the top.
well. First, I said, do they know they a Shrek? First of all, you got to know if you a Shrek, right? So you got to start there. And I'm like, who's gonna own up, right, to being a Shrek?
Yeah.
And so, but no, but I have people that I know who like, yeah, one person like you, like, well, wow, how they get that person? But hey, they together. They probably sleep in separate rooms, but like on the outside, they together. So I was like, yeah. My first thought was, how do you know you're a Shrek? Which one is the Shrek? And if
Yeah.
so, you hate to work behind a thing. So
Well, guys,
you just gotta know.
all these years, and I appreciate what Rhonda just said. All these years, I didn't know I was I didn't know I was a Shrek, right?
Oh my
Just had to
Lord.
get. I mean, hey, look, Rhonda, hey, look, my claim to fame.
First of all,
I
you a
got game.
Leo. First
I
of all,
got
you a
game.
Leo.
I'm a
So a
Leo.
Leo ain't gonna
I'm
ever say they a Shrek.
I'm a Leo, but guess what? I'm a Leo, but I had game, dog. I had game. I ain't never see myself. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean,
Told you were a Shrek.
no. I ain't know that
Oh,
was the term for it. But
that was the
ain't
term.
nobody
Oh,
ever called me. Ain't nobody ever called me no 10, right? Like again, so I think one of the things we got to start finding is if you got to ask yourself who the Shrek in the relationship is you. Remember in the room, Mauricio's probably heard this in his professional career. If you look around the room and don't see a fool, it's you, right? So I think one of the things we got to start realizing, guys, is when I saw this term, more than likely, let me tell y'all this. Most guys are going to get in a relationship with a girl that look better than them. So if I get into a relationship with a girl who looks better than me, what does it make me? I'm the Shrek.
well,
I ain't gonna ever walk in a room and people say, "Oh my God, who is that?" But I done walked into the room with people who say, "God, who is she?" Right? Which means you the Shrek. Come on, Rhonda. Come on, am I lying?
I mean, it works out that way sometimes, but that don't mean that you can still be a good-looking couple and not necessarily have a Shrek in the relationship. And that's why. And see,
Somebody got to be Shrek. Somebody got to be Shrek. You don't see two fine people getting together.
no, I mean seriously, like now one may be more uh reserved, maybe, but that don't make them a Shrek per se. I'm just saying.
Okay. Look, let's get this out of the way.
But I think most men would want a pretty woman on their arm. I would think most men would want somebody, well, if for our generation, a dime piece or whatever.
Some
I
arm
don't know what it is
candy.
for y'all.
Some
So what
Go
arm
ahead,
now?
Mauricio.
candy.
What you say, Mauricio?
Some arm candy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, what the new age people call it. So yeah, I just think, I think it's, so what if the guy looked
Mauricio.
like Bushwick Bill? That's his business.
But look, Mauricio can talk to this because even though he's a younger guy than me, but at the end of the day, guys, it's called Shrekking. It's not called Fiona Wing, right? It's gonna be guys. If y'all are doing this, right? You are the Shrek. She's choosing you. There's Shrek, Fiona, and Donkey, right? They didn't say Fiona-ing or Donkeying. They said Shrekking.
But it goes
So,
better. It flows better.
no, what we gonna get into tonight is, fellas, this ain't a thing for you, right? They ain't calling Fiona ugly. They calling Shrek ugly. Well, if we don't believe in gender fluidity, this is the male is Shrek, correct, Mauricio?
I think it could be both. I think it could be a female and a male. Yeah, so.
See, this is
What
why
I'm
we in
getting
this
from
thing.
Mauricio is that he's had a woman that's been a Shrek.
Well, but guys, I'm glad Rhonda said that because Mauricio was probably coming that route. But let me say this to y'all. This is a concept that is more the man is the Shrek. The man is the one who the woman is dating down because ain't nobody gonna want it. Now we didn't talk about this. We didn't talk about this on the previous podcast. Mauricio said it, right? She already looking to trade up. So if she's looking to trade up, look, women don't have no problem with this concept. It's getting a guy to have a problem with this concept. Because no guy want to walk in the room with an ugly girl on his arm.
Yeah.
Every guy want to walk in the room with the finest girl in the room, so they can not ask about the girl, but they say, "What does he do? What does he do?" Your girl got to be so fine that guys ask, "What does he do?" Or they say, "Oh, he must have money." Mauricio, jump in there and let me know what you think about that either what does he do or he must have money. Jump in there, Mauricio.
I absolutely agree. I think men by nature are very competitive. Everybody, you think about school, everybody wants to date the most popular girl. The most popular girl ends up being the most attractive girl. So, so you go any place and you have someone like that, and everyone's complimenting the girl. It's a status symbol for a lot of guys.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's why they do. When I say both sides before, it's the very rare cases. For the majority of cases, the guy is the Shrek, and
Yes.
the woman is the arm candy. And usually,
Yes.
a guy has to build himself up to that place to be worthy enough of having someone like that on his side.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely how I see it. I think it's, like I said, I think it's transactional. So the whole Shrekking idea is very transactional. I think it's
But hold on, Mauricio. Are you saying transactional in a bad way or transactional in a novel way?
depends.
Okay.
I think dating has become, I like the market, so I think it's more transactional. So I think when have someone, I think from a guy's perspective, speaking of a guy, looking for a Shrek wife, like Rhonda was saying, or I had a Shrek girlfriend or something. I think I think this is how I see it in my own head. I think hot but toxic is high risk, high reward, and average but safe is low risk, low reward. And
Okay.
nobody wants a safe investment.
Okay.
So um you definitely, have the choices and stuff, but guys tend to want the high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
women are settling. You see TikTok videos of women. Man, I had so many, assholes in my life. I want the safer guy, but the safer guy ended up treating me way worse than those toxic men. So
Oh
it's
my
kind of,
Lord.
and I've seen it all this time, but I didn't know that trekking was the term for it.
Well, and I think what we got to understand, guys, before I get into the video, and if you're watching me in the article, if you're watching me on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, you're gonna see the article. If you're watching me on TikTok, you're just gonna have to hear me read it. Mauricio made a good point. Either you want safe and boring, or toxic and exciting. Either you want safe and boring, or toxic and exciting. Jump in there, Ronald. Let me know what you think about that.
I think people go for toxic and exciting all day, every day. It's like
Mauricio does.
it's like but seriously, like we never. I think most people who end up married never marries the one who will do them how they want to in the bedroom. They normally go with the safe guy that's going to provide and be secure, they stable, they're decent with their money and all that good stuff. And so then that's how you end up with a side piece. But your Shrek is going to be in your house. It ain't going to be a side piece.
Okay. Okay. Now look, guys, Rhonda making a good point. But I think one of the things you guys are going to find is relationships are so hard right now that this is what people are doing. Let's not forget this. Relationships are so hard right now that this is what people are doing. I think all three of us on this panel can agree to this. What I want to do though is I want to get this article out of the way. TikTok, I apologize if y'all gonna just have to listen to the audio, but all of my YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, man, make sure you guys are gonna be able to see this article. I'm gonna read it real fast, guys, just to get through it so we can get back. Over here at the New York Post, Shrekking is dating down and settling for ugly partners, but it may just ruin your love life, experts warn. Okay? So, dating a troll will take its toll. Shrekking is a new word for age-old behavior that involves settling for a relationship with someone less attractive to you. Now, what does this mean, guys? A long time ago, I heard a cliche when I first started in corporate America, and it said, marry the person who loves you, not the person that you love.
Mm-hmm.
Marry the person who loves you, not the person that you love. I just want to put that out there because we're going to jump into that a little bit later. This term Shrekking comes from the 2001 flick Shrek, in which pretty Princess Fiona dates down and scores her happily ever after with an ogre. However, there's a twist. When you get Shrek, the person you lowered your standards for still ends up hurting you and not treating you the way you had hoped. In this plot line, you're dating an ogre without the princess treatment, Amy Chan, a dating coach and author of the Breakup Boot Camp, said. Plenty of people have put looks lower on the list or hoped attraction would grow over time. And that in itself isn't a bad thing, she explained. When it backfires, it's when somebody assumes that just because they're dating down in looks, they'll automatically be treated better. We've all been there, one woman said. We give the guy we're not attracted to a chance thinking that he will for sure know that he has and treat us well. What he has and will treat us well. And then we get traumatized by a whole troll. Notice what they saying to you guys when you treat them like the good looking guy. The good looking guy, y'all seen the memes. It's harassment if the guy's ugly and out of shape. It's flirting if the guy's in shape and looks good. Right? She said, and we get traumatized by a whole troll. Now, the new phrase highlights a major problem in modern dating. Now, guys, last week, and y'all can go into our playlist and see, last week we did modern dating. The implication that daters can know how someone will treat them based on looks alone. In reality, appearances and character are not linked. And if someone treats you poorly, they should be seen as unattractive to you regardless of their looks. Shrekking also might discourage people from dating someone who looks different than their usual type out of fear that it won't go well, which isn't necessarily true. The idea that you stepped outside your comfort zone, but instead of being rewarded with growth or connection, you wound up regretting the experience. When two people who are genuinely driven toward each other have similar goals and values, they can find an attraction in each other that surprises them and refutes the shallower factors like physical type and societal expectations. Shan said that the term Shrekking is being used, that the fact that the term is being used at all demonstrates how discouraged people are when it comes to dating, which is why Rhonda and I and now Mauricio, we've been doing relationship podcasts every week. That's not in the article, guys. I'm just throwing that in there. Modern dating has gotten so complicated that we need new words just to describe what's happening to us. It's like we've made dating struggles part of our public conversation in a way that just didn't happen before. If you've been Shrek, Chan said, not to give up or go back to your old ways, but rather use it as a chance to figure out what your non-negotiables are for a potential partner, regardless of looks. For those who have been Shrek, the goal isn't to retreat back to dating conventionally attractive people. It's to develop better assessment skills for character, values, and emotional availability, regardless of what package they come in. Physical attraction matters in romantic relationships, but it shouldn't be the inverse predictor of good treatment that some people assume it to be. Mauricio, jump in there and let me know. Boy, let me know what you're thinking about that article now, since I done read it again.
Yeah, so for me, I think looks don't matter. See, you can look at me, you can think I'm a player all day. Maybe I can give you the world. Maybe I
Hell
can
no.
give you the world.
Hell no.
I
But
love it.
to be honest, I think it's absolutely correct. I think attraction starts from frequency. It's the
Mm-hmm.
values, the vibes that you give. And I think attractions that start off with that kind of mindset going into it grows over time. But I think attraction that starts with fear, I have a fear of being abandoned or being
Mm-hmm.
rejected, or I have a fear that my partner has too many options. That will only decay over time because your mind will be so trapped in a mindset of this is a safe person. They will never do me any harm. But the person on the other side is like, I won the lottery. I got the dream woman that everyone wants. So now they start putting control over you. And they try to
Mm-hmm.
control that and you just end up miserable. And
Hmm.
that's pretty much how I see everything.
Okay. Okay, Rhonda, jump in there.
Well, I was thinking about it from the Shrek person side. Um, We don't know how long or how many years this person has been told they were ugly or they didn't. Well, you know what I'm
I
saying?
been
They didn't
told a
meet.
long time, but I got
They
game
didn't.
now.
They didn't meet
Ooh.
certain, standards or whatever. Or it's nothing worse than somebody be like, oh, if you had to pick somebody, who would you pick, right? Like, so if they were the ones last being picked, for dodgeball or baseball, whatever, like when you had to pick the teams and stuff, like I think that does something to somebody. So I think that as they age, that it can turn into something toxic. Like, yeah, I may be ugly, but I came up and I became whatever professional, in their career, whatever they chose to do to show like, hey,
Okay.
I'm making this money, I have a certain status. So yeah, my face may not be the prettiest or the most handsome, but I have this. And so I could see how that could turn toxic really, really quickly if they felt like all their lives they were told that they were ugly, for lack of a better
Mm-hmm.
word. But I also think if a if we're talking about the woman perspective of dating down, or I hate to say dating down.
It's a
I mean,
woman
I don't.
perspective because I don't know too many guys that's trying to date down. I'm telling you that,
But no,
fellas, fellas,
but
this
that
is an
girl may be
attack
doing
on
something.
us.
That girl may be doing something they can't resist. They don't want to
Well,
see the
I
face,
agree.
but she
I
may be
agree,
doing something.
guys. Let me tell
But
you this. Let me tell y'all this. Let me tell you this. If you go to an adult club right now, an adult in a cabaret, if you will, ain't nobody going in there saying, "Let me get a dance from the Shrek or the Fiona," right? Type
what
thing.
if her body
It,
bad? What if her body
well,
bad?
it don't matter. It don't matter. My point to you is, it depends
Mauricio,
on
does
what
it
you
matter?
value.
Mauricio, does it matter?
Hold on. So when did he become the expert?
Jeff,
Hell no.
you're
Hell
married.
no.
You're
I
married. I
know.
better ask the single guy. I ain't
Okay.
trying to get you in
Okay.
trouble.
How do you
Yeah.
know I'm
Hell no.
single?
What? Hell no. Jump in there. So Mauricio, before you jump in here though, I want to say this, guys. I want to say this. If you've never been chased, okay, and let's be honest, guys. See, I accept my shortcomings. I accept my shortcomings. If you have never been chased, you are the Shrek, whether you're male or female. If you've done the chasing, you are the Shrek. If you're being chased, you're Fiona,
Oh my lord.
right? Let's be honest. And let me tell y'all something. See, the number one thing that happened, Rhonda. See, Fabricio new school. Me and Rhonda
Yes.
old school. Me and Rhonda
Yes.
old school. Let me
Hmm.
say this to y'all. If we were ugly old school, they told us we were ugly. Rhonda, did we ever get taught that all of y'all are beautiful? No, bruh. You ugly. You got to big up your nose. Your breath stink. Right? All that stuff. We didn't get protected from being told what people saw you as. Now, look, it don't matter what you called. It matters what you answer to.
Absolutely.
Always remember that, guy. It don't matter what you call. It matters what you answer to. But that woman is calling you Shrek while you calling her Fiona. Now, in order for this to work, Mauricio, because I'm going to get you to come in there before I go to my next website that I want to show everybody. The Fiona got to understand that Shrek made movies when he came into her life. See, here's the deal. The finer I am, you going to be taking care of me. The uglier I am, you going to become Oscar nominated. Jump in there, Mauricio. Let me know what you're thinking, bruh.
See, I don't know. I kind of disagree. I
Okay,
think
go ahead. Go ahead.
I think attractiveness is subjective.
Okay.
Reason being, you have many years in sales,
Yes.
so I think more so it's about self-worth, and I think that's what the new school is kind of teaching is more self-worth. So if you believe that you're attractive and you go out and put that into the world, and you believe in that enough, other people will start to believe that too. So in terms of the old school, you're talking about Shrek and stuff. This is this is
Ooh, I know they getting the comments on that one.
yeah
I know
yeah
they getting the comments.
yeah. So like you can you can take a look at me, for example. I I consider myself a good looking dude, but when I was when I was when I was in a relationship of 3 years,
Yeah.
I put her on a pedestal,
Yes,
and
yes,
I thought I was the Shrek. I thought that
yes,
that was what I was. I
yes.
was just trying to build to serve her. It wasn't until the breakup that even her friends admitted to me, "You're always better looking than her. You were
Yeah, you would
always
have brought.
settling for her." I was
You
surprised.
you would have brought.
So I think it's more so a mindset of how are we entering into this. So a lot of
Okay.
Hmm.
people think they're the strength, but a lot of good-looking guys are very scared of rejection and everything that they don't realize that they've always been the prize.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
think it's a misconception, and once they start realizing that, then they become the Fiona, and then they have the woman striking after them.
Uh, now, and guys,
I
look,
caught
I'm
that.
glad
I
Mauricio.
caught that. Yes, because I
I'm
caught
glad
that.
Mauricio. I'm glad Mauricio said what he said, and that's why we got new school on here, right? I know doggone well every old school person when he started talking about the universe and all that. No, old school. If you ugly, you ugly. Ain't nothing you can keep telling yourself you ain't. Old school, we gonna tell you if you're ugly, you're ugly. This is why back in the day, you were either attractive, you were either pretty and dumb, or ugly and attractive. Very rarely did you find both. Very rarely did you find both. See, Mauricio, we taking you back to the 80s and 90s right now.
Oh my Lord.
Right? We taking you back.
Yeah.
We taking you back to the 80s and 90s. Rhonda, what do you want to add before I go to this next article?
Well, I mean, the only thing I'll say is that most of the time when people enter into a relationship, I really believe that they do feel like either they came up or that person came up. I don't know if
Hmm?
both people enter feeling like they're on equal footing. Like, I feel like in some cases, in most cases, that either the woman has met somebody that, can help them financially and whatever, mostly financially, I would feel like
Hmm.
that. And then it becomes, and I think as we age, then it becomes where you got to meet all these needs: emotional, mental, physical, like all the things
Yes.
for them. But I just, you don't want somebody who thought they were a Shrek to turn into a Fiona, because then you
Well,
gonna
but
have
you got a
something on your
problem.
hands. You're gonna have
You
something on your
got a
hands
problem.
because
Yes.
people don't need you to know your worth. They need you to
Hmm.
stay in your Shrek phase.
Absolutely. Now,
Oh,
Right.
Rhonda,
that's
you
And
just
so.
preach.
but that's what kindergarten
Yeah.
pictures are for. That's what kindergarten pictures are for. So that's your Shrek
Look,
phase. So
look. That's why I tell
they
people,
don't
man.
want you to
That's
come
why.
to where you are. Yeah.
And that's what y'all got to remember, right? I'm gonna give y'all some nuggets right now. I'm gonna give y'all some nuggets right now. Where a person meets you is where they anchor you. I don't care how
Hmm.
much you evolve. That's where they always gonna see you. Where a person meets you is where they gonna anchor you. They'll never appreciate what you've achieved beyond the first meeting. Okay, that's the one thing I want to give y'all. Then the next thing I'm gonna give y'all, is this communication pie chart. I'm taking y'all back to my Sandler sales days. We coming over here because y'all need to see this. See, I'm bringing business into this thing. This is
Hmm.
why I got told never base a relationship. Jeff, never want a woman to want you because you fine. Want a woman to want you because of your training. So I'm bringing it in here. I told y'all I'm giving y'all some nuggets now because training evolves. Looks deteriorate. Training evolves. Looks deteriorate. TikTok, I know y'all heard that now. Y'all would throw some gifts over there for a brother. Look, let's get into this thing. Hold on. Now I'm about to show y'all this. I'm about to show y'all this page. All right. Here we go. I want y'all to see this page. Now we just gonna go to the. We just gonna go to the. Oh, they want me to. They want me to subscribe. Here we go, guys. I just want y'all to see the communication pie chart. Can y'all see that okay, Ron and Mauricio?
Yeah.
Okay, 55% is your nonverbal. 38% is your tone of voice. 7 is your actual words. Now, y'all got to understand, no matter how hard we want to believe, let me come back in so I can see y'all now. Do y'all see this, man? Nonverbal is 55%. So
Hmm.
at the end of the day, one out of every 2 people you meeting are looking at your visual. What I'm trying to do is get them over here to my tonality and my words. But if I can get them away from visual, this 55% now shifts to tonality. Why y'all think I'm so animated, man?
Oh my
Because
gosh.
I gotta get you shifted over here to tone of voice and spoken word. I can't get you focused over here. Because if I focus over here, somebody always gonna be better than me over here. That was God given over here. But this is training over here. This is training over here. If I can get you over here to the 38%, so all I gotta do is look decent. I can be a Shrek because Shrek is my open door. That's my
But
open door.
your chart is green for the nonverbal. Shrek is green, so it must be something.
It's green, right? Because guess what?
Yes.
Let me tell y'all, the nonverbal is your visual.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's your visual. He was nonverbal until, like, at the end of the day, guys, this is where Shrek comes in. So y'all see, look, appearance is important. Visual is important. We're not going to be in this podcast talking about it's about love. No, guys, look, somebody looked at you and said, he fine, or I can work with him. And I've always been an I can work with him stage.
Oh, my Lord.
And because I've been in the work with him stage, this 55%, guys, now switches over to tonality. It doesn't switch to words. It switches over to the tonality. So now 93% is the tone of your voice. What? Oh, seriously? Huh? No, get out. Really? He did that? He did what? No, seriously? Go. Oh, man, wow. Tell me more. They don't care. Bro, I'm just giving you this tonality, Mauricio. That's how I rope them in. Or that's how I used to rope them in. But I'm trying to tell y'all. Mauricio, when you see this communication pie chart, what do you think?
Man, I got this framework a year ago. So Jeff showed me this a year ago. And let me tell you, from a sales standpoint, it's right on point. And when you think about sales, you think about not just in career-wise, but it's a whole way of living. So I think, Jeff, you got a point with this. This is absolutely what it is. And for me, I mean, you consider yourself a Shrek. I think I get away with the nonverbal stuff a little bit too much, but I think it's
He toxic. He toxic, yo. He ain't toxic. He toxic. He toxic.
Lord. You said you ain't toxic.
I ain't toxic, no. I ain't toxic.
But tonality plays a big part in it. You know, a lot of phone calls I do at my job. People want to feel like, you know, you're on their side, that you're a team with them. So I think it's absolutely crucial, even when it comes to a relationship standpoint.
Okay. Rhonda, what do you think when you see this communication pie chart?
Well, I think once you make it past the nonverbal and they see that your actions are suitable for them, then it can turn into that 93%. I think if you show that woman like, hey, yes, I may look good in my clothes, smell good or whatever with my cologne on and all this. I think once they see that not only you look good, but you're also about something, then I think, yeah, you can have that pie chart turn into 93% for a little while. But you still got, I feel like you always have to prove yourself in certain relationships, depending on where that person is in their life and what baggage they're bringing from their previous relationships. But I could see how if they show themselves, you know.
Guys, and Rhonda, I appreciate what Mauricio said. I appreciate what Rhonda said. And let me tell y'all about this. If you ever talk to a woman who feels she being neglected, first thing she says, he just don't listen to me. I don't feel he hearing me. That's where tonality, guys.
Oh, not that he ain't. Not that.
Well, I mean, she gonna say that too. But my point to y'all is this. You got to shift the visual to the nonverbal if you want to have a successful relationship. Don't nobody care about the words. They care about the understanding and the validation of hearing them. I'm telling y'all. And what I had to learn was, when in sales and marketing, you learn this because all you're doing is the psychology of the prospect. Everybody just want to be heard. How do you know? How do you let somebody know they were heard? You do the tonality response. What? Right?
Well, they want to be seen and heard. They want to be seen and heard.
Well, they're already seen. They're already seen.
No. If not seen physically. Not seen physically. I'm talking about like seen.
Okay.
Like you know them, you get them, you see you. Like I'm gonna go Mauricio on y'all. Like, you know, you want something authentic. You want something genuine.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody wants to feel like you're Everyone wants to feel like you're on their side, and that's where
Yeah.
the nonverbal kicks in. Because if you are expressing it, that you with mixture of nonverbal and the tonality, if you're expressing, hey, no matter what happens, I'm on your team.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna make this decision together. That's what people want to hear. They want to
And,
hear that you validate their opinions, but also give your input as well to come
oh
together
my
as one.
god.
I
Oh
love
my
it.
god.
I
Oh my
love
god. Oh my god. I can't believe it. And y'all, for my TikTok people, when I get through with this YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch terms and conditions, we coming over here for the after the party so I can say what I want to say. Now, Mauricio, you're making a good point, right? You're making a good point. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying you're ideal.
Mm.
See, you're giving me utopia statement.
Oh my
See, a
Lord.
lot of people trying to act like relationships ain't the hardest business you gonna ever sign up for. So you giving me utopia. But reality is, guys, relationships are the hardest thing I've ever been involved in. Why? Because nobody trained me on the psychology of relationships. Do you think she pretty? Yes. Does she like you back? No. Make her
Will
like
you
you.
get it? Yes.
Rhonda, what are you?
Oh, that's the after party
What are
stuff.
you?
That's the after party
Yeah, that's
time.
after part.
My
TikTok, y'all
bad.
hold on. We coming over there.
We'll
TikTok.
hold up on that. We'll hold up on that.
Round over here talking about somebody get it now. Look,
It's the
that
crown.
ain't
It's
what
the
we.
crown. It's the crown.
That crown alpha kicking in. So here's what's happening, guys. Here's what's happening. I understand what a lot of people have been taught traditionally, and I
Mm-hmm.
understand what people have been designed to believe is ideal. But now we got to actually bring this thing into reality. Okay, y'all got to understand your relationship. 8 hours out of, let's say 6 to 8 hours of the day you're sleeping. 8 to 10 hours of the day you're working. Okay, so that's 14 to 18 hours gone. Your relationship is what's left over.
Mm-mm.
Your relationship, your
Social media
relationship
is.
gets the tired and
Social
social
media.
media, right? And so now, guys, let me tell you this: if y'all think that all that stuff Mauricio said matters, why all these girls got OnlyFans?
You know
Why
what
they?
it is?
Go ahead, go ahead.
You know what it is?
What's that? Go ahead, Mauricio.
They're in relationships with the wrong person. They
Oh,
can't
okay. So
provide.
hold on, Mauricio. Hold on. Tell me what is the right person?
A man that can provide. A man that can
Okay.
provide not just financially, but emotionally.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
What a lot of people are stuck in is they think they're the Shrek, so they try to control that relationship. So they can't really provide emotionally because they're still stuck in their head, in their heart of what they think things should be, that they can't show up for their partner.
y'all hear that in the chat? Y'all hear that in the chat? This man said emotional would keep these women off of OnlyFans.
Yes.
No,
Look,
emotional and financial. You're forgetting the one part. You're forgetting the one part.
look, I'm gonna say this thing, we're gonna jump to Rhonda.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a man out there, once she get a taste of that OnlyFans money, that can provide for her financially now because she is transactional now. So she don't want your emotion. She wants you to trump her transaction. Cause otherwise, he who has the goal makes the rules. See, we grew up poor. That golden rule we got taught was do unto others as you would have others do unto you. But reality says he who has the goal makes the
Mm-mm.
rules. Jump in there, Rhonda. Let me know what you think about that.
But look, again, I think you go out looking for things like that when certain things are missing in your life.
Oh
Because I'm at a
God.
conflict right now because of what I do for a living, and then this whole podcast thing. Because everything about human nature, everything about human nature is emotional. And if your passion for your partner is gone, that means you have made yourself numb to whatever he or she is bringing to the relationship because you'd rather have it
Uh-huh.
over here. Say what you want. Women can be responsible, but they're not supposed to be responsible for certain things that they do. As far as or
Hey,
men,
hold on, Ron. So you talking about traditional gender roles?
well,
Make sure you say that now, because a lot of these women don't think like that.
Yeah.
well, no, hey, they can think whatever they want to think. That's
Y'all,
for right now.
y'all
That's
get
what America means. We can think what we want to think. But what I'm saying is, like at its
she
core,
said for right now.
but right at its core, us women, yes, can we work hard? Yes. Should we work hard to do what men do on a regular basis? No, our bodies aren't built to maintain and sustain something like that. But I get it.
Oh wow.
If you
Okay.
could get on social media or like you said, OnlyFans and make all this money, then yeah, I could see how you would just disconnect from whatever physical relationship you're in because all I got to do is perform over here. So let me
You got
perform.
you
Women
got
have
Mauricio with
performed.
his hand up, right?
But women have performed faking orgasms all their lives.
Oh, yeah,
So it's
all the
what it
And
time,
is.
all the time, all the time.
that crowd kicking in.
I'm just saying
Hell no.
to make
Hell
y'all feel
no.
good. To make y'all feel good.
Go ahead,
Like you done
Mauricio.
bust
Go
my
ahead,
bubble.
Mauricio. Jump in there.
You know what it is? I'm gonna be honest, and this
Please.
might get me canceled. So
Oh no. Okay.
so a lot of men see women as another source of income. So
Oh.
a lot of men
Oh.
are
You
putting their
getting to the 50-50 dudes now? Is that what you saying,
yeah,
Mauricio?
yes sir, yes
Okay.
sir.
All right. Okay. Go ahead.
A
Go
lot of men
ahead.
see that they have an attractive woman on their side, and they're like, shit, I want you to be on OnlyFans. I know a lot of guys that would subscribe to you. I'll be your marketing manager. Let me
I'll hold
take
the
a
camera. I'll hold the
let me
camera, dog.
let me take a 20% cut.
Mm.
So that's where that kind of comes in. So when that's where I kind of would agree with Jeff, but I still think if you're financially whole and like you said, Rhonda, you want the man to guide. A lot of women say they like planning, but if another man came in and was like, "Here's the plan," woman would follow. They don't
Yes,
want to
absolutely.
plan. They like planning, but they would rather have the man plan for them. So
Okay.
if a man's providing financially, providing the lifestyle that the woman would want, there's no need for OnlyFans. OnlyFans only comes when when the woman feels like she has something else. There's no alternatives. She
Something's
has to
missing.
Oh,
provide for herself.
Something's
if y'all,
missing.
Yeah.
if anybody is doing OnlyFans, y'all get down in the comments and let us know, is
Or
Mauricio
not.
correct in his
Or not.
interpretation or not?
Or not.
I hate to do this to I hate to do this to him because I don't want to disagree with him, but I don't think. Let me tell y'all this, man. I'm gonna tell y'all the only reason OnlyFans took off. Women got tight. Women make bad decisions of following the wrong man, and it gets you in a position where you got to do some different stuff. OnlyFans has now become a proactive thing more than a reactive thing.
Or
And I'm
that man
telling y'all
told
right
them
now.
something, or that man told them something and they believed that man.
Well, I agree. Look,
It
no
ain't
matter
about
how
women
you want to
making
cut
wrong
it,
decisions. No, we're gonna cut it like that.
let me tell y'all.
We're gonna cut it like that way.
Let me tell y'all this, man. Let me tell y'all this, because we real people having real conversations up here. The problem that you have right now, guys, is that the woman can make so much money on these social media platforms that they can afford to carry their liability of a man. Right? This is the whole point. A lot of these women are on OnlyFans so they can have the man they want. The man that's based on that 55% visual. Let me tell you something. You ain't gonna ever find an OnlyFans girl with an ugly dude. Dude is attractive. He holding the camera. He zooming in on the toes. Right?
Oh.
He doing everything.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm trying to tell y'all is, we better stop acting like the fact that when women are amplifiers. When women get involved in something, they gonna perfect it, and when they perfect it, they don't need a man no more. But these OnlyFans platforms and these social media platforms are letting the woman make so much money that they can choose who they want. And I'm gonna tell y'all like this: just like a man can make so much money, he can go to Build a Bear. These women making so much money, they can go to Build a Bear. And here's, if I make enough money, I can prop you up. I can prop you up. So I think it's important that we got to understand social media is owned by females. It's guys purchasing the products on social media. It ain't women. Jump in there, Mauricio. Let me know what you think.
So you're right. You're right on that. So in my line of work, I have women coming up to me and they're like, "Man, I have a joint. I have something joint with my husband, and I don't know what OnlyFans is, but it's the guys that they have these OnlyFans subscriptions, $5 a month,
Yes.
coming out
Yes.
repeatedly, and they're like, "What is this?" And I'm
Mm.
like,
Yes.
I hate to break it to you. Yeah. So I've probably been a contributor to a lot of marriages breaking
Breaking up.
up. You know,
Having
so
issues.
I hate to break it. Yeah, they're like, I think it's fraud. I'm like, nah, man, it's coming from your
No.
husband's. It's coming from your husband's
It's saving your marriage.
account.
It's saving your marriage.
Yes. Basically, let's stop
Yeah.
right there because Rhonda just preached. Rhonda just preached. Social media is saving a lot of people marriages because instead of arguing with you, they have just got caught up scrolling a page. Y'all better look. Let me tell you something. If a woman or a man is scrolling social media, don't bother them. Don't bother them because if you bother them, now what they're escaping, they coming back to reality. Let them stay on social media as much as they want and encourage them. If y'all hear y'all significant other laughing at some reel they watching, hey man, send that to me.
No.
Don't say what you over there laughing about. Don't say that. Don't say it. I'm telling y'all right now. Y'all better encourage the social media interaction.
Let me see what you got going on over there.
Yeah, you better get involved in this
And
social
then he'll
media.
have a heart attack.
Look, for
And then
all
he'll
y'all,
have a heart attack.
let me tell y'all now. He gonna have look. Let me. She gonna be
Yeah.
watching some stuff. She gonna be watching some, and I ain't talking about like that, right? I ain't gonna be talking about. I ain't talking about like that.
Okay.
Let me tell y'all why couples need to share reels. Reels are saving a lot of relationships right now. Let me tell y'all why couples need to share reels. The reel is what she's really interested in because the algorithm is sending you what you're interested in. That's why y'all have to share reels. Okay? Because now you realizing like, dude, I didn't know you wanted to do that. I'd love to do that with you. That's what social media does. Okay? Don't tell a person we need to put up this social media stuff and we need to connect based on reality. No. We got the AI operator right here.
Oh,
The AI operator know you. He know you. Like, dude, I know what you're looking at. And if you, let me tell y'all something. Share with your significant other what you looking at. Because at the end of the day, if you ain't got nothing to hide, don't hide nothing. Jump in there, Mauricio. Let me know what you think about that. Before we switch over to the after party on TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok, we coming to y'all. Let me know what you think about that. And then Rhonda, we coming to you.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's very
Y'all better
good.
share this on TikTok. Cause we about to come to the after party right now. Probably about 10 minutes.
That's
Go ahead,
very real. We're talking about the new school, so I mean, from my experience, I used to have nights dedicated to, man, Mauricio, let's watch TikTok together. Let me show you my For You page.
Yes.
Let me get new ideas. I want to go to New York with you. Let's do this in New York. Let's do that.
Yes.
Let's do that. You get more planning things. So Jeff is absolutely right with that. That is saving relationships. And when I was in that position, I was like, okay, oh, we're going to New York. Here's a place to try. Boom! I would love to do this with you. It gives them inspiration for what they should say to me. So when I see that, I'm like, oh, she's thinking of me. Let's go do that for her. So I think that is saving a lot of relationships. I think a lot of relationships, when you're before the social media age, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Like you had to,
Really?
you kind of,
Really?
you kind of had to be on your toes. So you had to kind of know different places, experience new places. Social media is now giving you visuals of that place.
Absolutely.
So it's like, let's do it. How about I book a trip 3 months from now? We're going to New York. Here's the itinerary. all created by TikTok and all the videos that I saw.
Yes, absolutely. Guys, the algorithm, look, let me tell y'all something Mauricio told me when we first started meeting up about this AI stuff. One of the things he told me, he don't even realize that he told me, was the importance of just copying and pasting. Right? Just don't, look, bro, it knows the answer. Don't add you in, because when you add you in, so like, here's the deal, guys. If we, look, the algorithm knows we coming from the same IP address. The algorithm knows we're spending time together. So the algorithm going to share things with you that can bring you together. Trust the algorithm, guys. Trust it. And when somebody sends you something from their algorithm, encourage them to send more. Rhonda, what's your take on that?
Well, unless it's telling you to be like a 1940s or 50s traditional wife, don't send me that.
Well, no. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
What's right with it? What's
Everything.
right with it? No.
Everything.
No. So for me and my client was like, girl, he about to run my pressure up. I said, exactly. Every bit the pressure up. No, and that sounds all well and good in your utopian world of like, oh yeah, trip to New York. But we know what people really looking at. Mauricio, we know what people really looking at.
Not everybody. Not everybody.
Everybody. No, I'm sorry. Everybody. Everybody. So no, like show them the real. But again, I also think it's healthy for couples to watch certain types of entertainment together. I think, some stuff is very beneficial, right? And so we talked about this before, how if there's something hard for you to talk about, find a movie that relates to what you feel like you can't bring up to your significant other or your spouse. Watch that movie. Then y'all have a conversation about it, right? But when we're talking about what people are spending 6 to 7 hours a day scrolling, is not something that they want to chuckle and send to their wife or their husband. They'll send it to their friends. They'll send it to their siblings. They'll send it to their coworkers, their work wives, their work husbands. But they know that spouse just gonna get mad about it. That spouse gonna be like, "Why are you sending me this?" Instead of like, "Oh, thank you, babe." They ain't doing that.
But here's the best thing, guys. Here's the best thing. And this is just my final thought before I get your guys' final thoughts before we come over here to TikTok. And y'all make sure y'all share this live, because we coming over here to TikTok. We gonna turn Mauricio and Rhonda loose. We kind of constricted by YouTube and Facebook, and we coming over here to TikTok in a little bit. We about to close it out on YouTube. Here, we now y'all see she's sipping that Crown Apple over there. It's kicking in. It's kicking in. One of the things we got to start realizing is relationships are rooted in reality. This is not no fairy tale stuff, so don't go watching no Disney movie, right? And let's be honest, guys, here's my 2 cents, man. If you feel like if you're settling just to feel safe, you're already losing, right? Relationships got to be built on attraction. That 55% is real, guys. I got to be attracted to you, and you got to be attracted to me in some way, shape, or form. Tell yourself whatever you got to tell you, but attraction is important. Physical attraction is important. And then, guys, got to be trust. And I always say you got to have somebody you can smoke with, drink with, and eat with. And a lot of people hate when I say that, but if you ain't doing 2 of the 3, that relationship ain't going to last. There's a reason why I call it Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. Because the one thing here's the deal. You going to smoke with me and you going to drink with me. You may not like what I eat, but you going to like the vibe when we smoking and when we drinking, right? If you're missing 1, it's shaky. If you're missing 2, it ain't gonna last, right? Let's be honest, guys. Shrek found Fiona attractive because he loved her soul, not because she was a safe bet. So don't Shrek yourself out of real love. And let's be honest, what love is, guys. Love is understanding what the other person wants, right? If you ain't willing to provide that, let them go. If I go fishing, I got to use the bait that the fish want, not the bait I want to use. Okay? And one of the things that happens, guys, is that we sometimes struggle because we keep trying to tell people, I want you to enjoy what I like. Relationships is all about giving them what they like. And the worst thing is, get with somebody because you want to give them what they like, not because they're going to give you anything in return. And we don't get taught that, right? We keep thinking relationships are bilateral contracts. They're unilateral.
Yeah.
I get what fulfills me is I do this for you. I don't need you to do anything back for me. Mauricio, what's your closing statement on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch before we coming over here to y'all on TikTok? If y'all don't go ahead and share this live, we coming over there. I had to leave y'all with that statement. We coming over here to TikTok. Probably about 5 minutes once Ron and Mauricio give y'all that closing statement.
So I'm gonna go back to the Shrekking. I'm gonna give a quote. I'm gonna say something that I've been holding in. I think if you need to date down to feel up, you were never up in the first place.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
okay.
and
Mm-hmm.
I think that people will get hurt, but it was never about looks. I think it's about self-worth. So if you think you're the
Mm-hmm.
ogre, you probably are.
Mm-hmm.
And if you and if you think that you're the prize, man, you got the Fiona. The Shrekking will follow. So that's my 2 cents.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Hold the rest for TikTok. Hold the rest for TikTok. Rhonda, give me your closing statement.
Now I like what he said. You have to know who you are, man. You have to know who you are. If not, the world will tell you, or more importantly, the people around you will tell you, and you may not like the answer. So, like you said, don't Shrek yourself
Okay.
out of a relationship.
Don't
I
don't
like that.
Shrek yourself.
I'm gonna coin that. Go Shrek yourself.
Don't Shrek yourself. Y'all know my look. Let me tell you. Y'all know my closing statement for my YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch people. If y'all on that, come on, go ahead and go on over to TikTok. Join us over there live. I got to tell y'all this. My closing statement is: a relationship is only meant for those people who have completion within themselves. A lot of y'all are going into relationships hoping that somebody else is going to complete you. I'm Jeff, regardless on who is around me. And a lot of people are looking for completion in relationships when they should be looking for supplementation. If I go to Sprouts to buy supplements, it's not to replace the meal. I'm already complete. I'm just buying, look, I'm just getting some supplements. And that person got to see you as a supplement instead of a main course. Because if you the main course, that person got to eat every night. And that relationship should be both of us are complete. Mauricio said it last week. It's 2 100s. It's not 50-50. It's 2 100s. And so the reason you've gotten caught up in Shrekking is how you see yourself and how a person perceives you on how you see yourself, man. And that's what it comes down to, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with that friend who always dates safe and wonders why they're still unhappy. And of course, man, follow us more for unfiltered takes on relationships, man, and everything in between. Mauricio, let them know where they can find you on the social.
Hey, Mauricio on TikTok, Mauricio.Partners on Instagram, and then we got the AI operators. So if you want to learn to be better in your career, in your business, this is the place to be. You don't want to miss out on this. So
y'all make sure y'all support him on that podcast, man. I know I'm gonna be watching. Rhonda, let them know where they can find you on the socials.
On Instagram at RMB LMBT and TikTok RMB LMBT5. But it may be something different, but y'all will find
Run the
me.
ball.
If you follow me,
She in there. Y'all just go ahead and follow him now. Y'all go ahead and follow him now. They in TikTok right now, man. And y'all know what it is. This has been the Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. Get down in the description, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Guys, we coming over to TikTok right now. Let me close this recording out on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. And until next time, guys, we gonna holler.
Pop it, smoke it, drink it down. With your boys, it got you around. Feel the vibe, we're set to roll. Let's play, let's lose control. Sip a drink and smoke will swirl. Join the convo around the world. Relationships we dissect slow. Current events, we let them flow.
All right, y'all. We are over here